Well, man, we got easily the biggest soundbite coming out of Alabama spring camp, man. Ryan Grubb comments about Jackson Lloyd being the starting left tackle, pretty much saying he is the guy right now. And I quote, he said, he has really stood out as the guy that we're going to be really excited about as our left tackle. So pretty much saying a lot. Coach Al, started off, man, because I know you had a lot of things to say about that in our group chat.
Yes, I did. Grubb's a chess player, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Or he's a great boxer. He gonna feint, and then hit you with that right cross and knock you out. But what he didn't finish the quote was until proven otherwise. He's our starting left tackle until proven otherwise.
It's facts.
And that's the piece he didn't say that he just left it out there. Okay. Now let's get it this way. We're all fans of Mike Carroll and Jackson Lloyd. We've said that repeatedly. In fact, last year, I was a strong advocate of putting him on the field, putting the number 84 on him, and making him a tight end. So essentially, you got what does that does? He takes a ton of snaps. He gets SEC speed of the play. He's actually playing football. And now, if they had done that, I can see where he would have translated a year in the weight room, a year in the system, really getting calls and checks on the field in a crowded stadium, on the road, playing through injuries, playing through that kind of stuff. You got to recover every Monday, and he would be willing to take that next huge mental step of a guy that's being on the field. But he hasn't done any of that. So I say that if that's my guy, if I'm Grubb, I'm going to put it out there like, yeah, he's our guy. I'm talking to you, Ethan Fields.
Yeah.
I'm motivating you because if you think you was going to come in and just walk in and somebody's going to hand you the left tackle, I'm telling you, I'm not doing that. And I'm saying that's what Grubb is doing.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm just going to tell you, if Ethan Fields is any kind of dude, I would take that as a smack in the face. All right, cool, coach. I won't say a word.
Facts.
But every day.
Coach Sean, man, what is your thoughts about that? Because hey, man, that's a great way to look at it, Coach Al. Because hey, man, I think that's the standard for everybody in this locker room. Like your position is not safe.
Yeah, facts, man. I mean, I think that was part of the problem in past seasons, man. Competition and just wasn't where it needed to be at certain positions, put it out there. I was shocked that he went that deep with it. That's an attention grabber for sure. Especially like Coach Al say, when you play one of those tackle spots. But on the flip side, I give you the flip side. My boss is a typewriter. These guys get access to a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't. He told me last year that this Jackson Lloyd kid was different. Like, he actually gave a comp to Jonah Williams, kid that was an absolute perfectionist with pass blocking, pass set, his kick slide, his extension of his arms was very, very, very perfect, better than some of the starters. But he struggled a little bit in the run game, a little light, you know what I'm saying? Little thin in the lower body. But from what I hear, they put 15, 20 pounds on this kid, and he's above 300 pounds. So, very, very Jonah Williams, bigger than Jonah-esque. So if that's the case, and this guy is a great pass protector, an aggressive style pass protector with great feet, great arm extension, great kick slide, good depth on his drop when he's getting in pass pro, let's see what happens, man. We definitely want to have somebody just as aggressive in the run game. And, maybe this kid right now is playing better. Maybe he is, right? Maybe Grubb is sending the message that, hey, man, right now this kid is kicking and he's our starter right now. But then again, it could be just like Coach Al said, until somebody else come out there and take the bull by the horns and show their talent. So it's just hard to really read at the moment. I hadn't seen enough of Jackson Lloyd to even make a logical assumption at the moment, a logical guess or a logical evaluation of what's going on. But you can definitely tell if he stepped out there, that to say that it's got to be something.
Yeah, man. I agree with everything that y'all are saying, man. Especially, it got to be something. It got to be something, or it could be something, and to motivate guys. Like, oh,
Facts.
nothing is given over here.
Nothing is given.
So you're gonna it's the start of it, and I'm making a statement. Like, hey man, if you're not coming to bring your lunch pail to work every day, hey man, your spot can be taken, and it ain't gonna. And we don't care about your feelings over here, man.
Facts.
So man, it's gonna be really, really interesting. I just like, wow, he came out there, and it's only week 1, and I was like, man, you giving folks something to talk about already on week 1. But hey, if you put it out there, man, he's not afraid of that, and I like that he put that out there, that he's not afraid of to put that type of statement out there to let the guys know, like, hey, come to work. I'm not playing with you this year, and we got Adrian Klemm on that line, who's not going to play with him. He got a whole reputation of success on the offensive line. So, yeah. Man.
Hey, staying right there. Maybe Grubb doesn't say that unless his offensive line coach told him something.
And that could be a huge possibility. Well, that's facts.
I'm thinking how the dynamic with coaches work. How I like to handle the staff. If I'm a position coach and what I'm telling my coordinator. Because the coordinator gonna come to me and say who's who.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the coordinator has that position. Okay, Grubb necessarily is a floater. Okay, and he did a lot of work with the O-line. Supposedly he has some O-line coach experience, but there is all of this in the play. But this is the beautiful part about us talking about it now. We can talk about all of that. We can address all of that because we're not on the field. We're not in the meeting. We're not in the building. We know, but it's great to our viewpoints are. It's like Coach Sean brought a really good viewpoint from somebody that he knows that has access.
Yeah.
Who knows football. So we can respect that. If we bring that to this audience, that's something for you guys on the audience side to be looking at. Some maybe go back and look at some Jonah Williams tape. Go back and look at that because you have to project guys to what they're going to be, not this year, but 2-3 years down the road.
That's facts. Yeah.
Okay. So I like him, Coach. I do like him a lot, man. I mean, he has all the tools and everything, but not until we see it on the field, man.
Whole fact.
Ethan Fields has put tape out there.
Yeah.
He's played in the SEC. He knows what that's like.
Is that the kid from Mississippi State?
That's the kid from Mississippi State.
Yeah. At that position.
There's a lot to like about him.
Yeah. At that position, if I'm not mistaken, left tackle,
at
right?
That position, yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot. His feet are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not a plotter kind of guy. He understands how to get that punch, and how to keep your hands in and, where you want him, try to fake the guy so he can show his hands. You can do your thing. It's a game. Man. Your feet are moving. And that's the thing that Proctor used to get stuck. When the guy shows speed at him, so that first move and the second move, that's what Proctor would get stuck sometimes, depending on where he is. Because Proctor's kind of guy, so strong and heavy-handed, man, he understands. But here's the key. You take a guy who's 6'5", about 255, 260 as an edge. How can a guy that size move a man who's 6'5", 320 and knock him back into the quarterback? Leverage.
Get him off balance.
Speed to power kind of thing.
Yep.
That ain't nothing but application of leverage at a point of attack on a guy to get him off position because you got it where you want. Okay, if I'm a tackle, I got to understand what he's trying to do to me. I've looked at his film. I understand his strengths and weaknesses. I understand my strengths and weaknesses. And I got to play within my offense for me to be successful. You take a guy that's played 40 snaps, you think he's thinking like that at that level.
Yeah.
Ethan Fields had to do that last year.
In the SEC.
In the SEC.
That's facts.
So I'm saying maybe he's the right guy to push Jackson Lloyd to be at that level or surpassing. We're gonna see what Lloyd's made of. If you got a guy don't give a about him,
yeah,
I gotta eat, and you better. if you playing at Alabama level, you better be having that kind of attitude. I'm here to take your job, bro.
Yeah, you like I said, man, you better come to work, man. Because I believe, like with Ryan Grubb's job, I think everybody like is out there. Like his job is really on the line this year, especially if that run game continue and the offensive line play continue how it was last year, and then you bring in a guy, Adrian Klemm, like I said, has a great reputation on the O line, has 1,000 yards after 1,000 yard rusher. So it's big time for them this year, man. So you better come ready. But what's y'all final thoughts on this, man? Because like you said, Coach Al, man, I think it definitely was a chess move. For real, I believe.
I'm talking to you, Ethan Fields.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking to. I'm talking to you to see whether or not you getting ready to show up, regardless of what, because you don't play a game until late August, early September. There's a lot of time between now and then. And if you react to it negatively now, we know that's what we need to keep you.
Yeah.
And Jackson Lloyd will be the guy. But if not, we think we got something in you. And Jackson, hey, this guy, in the room, looking at film don't lie. They film every practice. So I like the competition. I do. Even though Grubb says it's not a competition. I'm not buying that. I ain't buying that.
Coach,
that's my 2 cents. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. I would say giving this kid this much praise who's never started a game, what is he gonna do? What you gonna do with it? He mentioned your name. Yanze and them is coming. They coming. And like Coach Al said earlier, if this is the case, if this is the credence, I would send every pass rush. I would send Justin Hill, Yanze at him every day. Every day, man. Make him better in your practices. There's a lot of teams that you are going to have better players on your defense than they have. It's not a Yanze Pierre on every football team. If this is the case, work him. And if it's not the case and it's a chess move, then the next guy should just be quiet and show it on the field. That'll go a long way, a better way than saying anything, tweeting anything. Show it on the field. They clearly, if this is a chess move, they clearly understand what they have in the next guy. Much love to Jackson, but they also know what they have in the next guy, and they trying to get his attention.
Yeah, it could be like a military tactic, man. Just trying to get they trying to get the most out of these guys.
So Brisky, I got a young team. I got a lot of new pieces.
A lot of them.
I'm playing psychology like crazy, man. I'm trying to see what I got now. I'm trying to see as much as I got. I'm gonna be moving these guys around, stressing them out in practice, seeing if they know the playbook. Are you into your book? Are you watching film? Okay, Ethan, we're gonna slide you in the guard, and we're gonna put Jackson at left tackle. We're gonna see can you guys play together. Oh, by the way,
don't forget, Coach. I think William is out for the spring.
Okay. I heard we had some guys nicked up. Okay, so there you go, right there. So now that gives Nick Brooks a window of opportunity, and Casey Pope.
Okay. Who I'm extremely high on. Casey Pope.
So I think and then Ty Haywood, I heard they moving him inside a little bit already. That's what Grubb said in his press conference. They moving him inside, let him play a little guard too. So I think guys gonna be slide. Well, that's what spring is all about anyway.
Yeah, spring's all
sliding
about
guys around, trying to do all that kind of stuff. But I like a lot of what's happening right now. I love spring ball. I love going into the lab with guys and seeing how they develop. Seeing can I trust them? Are they willing to put that work in?
Hey man, this is the time of the year, man, that everybody loves the most. And I'm telling you, man, it's just getting closer and closer. It seems like when you touch springtime, that's when it seems like we get closer to football. But hey, man, it's a long road before we have any locks on this O-line. And we're gonna see if Jackson Lloyd gonna end up being the guy. But everybody, y'all let us know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think Jackson Lloyd gonna be the guy at the end of the day, or do you think it's gonna be somebody else? Let us know down in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and definitely hit those notifications bell so you won't miss any of the great content. And catch y'all on the next one, and roll damn tide. Peace.